Guys, welcome back to my community competition, TiPi Cup. We are beginning Season 2 with Week 1 this week. It is going to be a 5-week competition.
Miguelisto_DJ says, cheese balls.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It is going to be a 5-week competition. There's going to be 5 winners every week. You're going to gather points throughout the weeks, and at the end, we're going to have a top 3. We're going to win some fabulous prizes that are to be determined at the moment. I'll get back to you next week. So we're going to have a certain point limit to hit to enter finalist mode, and then you have to win 1 round to win the entire competition. There's going to be 5 winners, and then the competition will end. The maps have been chosen through my community map request that happened live on my Twitch channel. So if you ever want to get one of your maps into TiPi Cup, come on by the Twitch channel, submit it for map request, and we'll play it as a community, and maybe it'll get selected for the next season. And if you're interested in playing TiPi Cup, you can join my club, TP4, in Trackmania 2020, or check out my Discord. It's got much more information about TiPi Cup as a whole. The link should be below the video. All right, guys. Our first map for Week 1 of Season 2 of TiPi Cup is Ponk by Jurassic Rabbit. We're going to start with the 90-second warm-up time so you guys can understand the track. It is a 2-lap track, don't forget. But then we'll get into it. Here we go. Here is round 1 of Season 2 of TiPi Cup. Definitely didn't have to restart the competition because of errors. Nick crashes immediately. Not the best sign for him. I think he cracked under the pressure. I'm going to pop over to Jurassic Rabbit, the mapper. We'll see how they do. They won the first round last time. Well, in the TiPi Cup, that didn't happen. But we'll see. We have Duckvine, Jurassic, and Ari currently at the front right now, battling for the top 3. As you guys know, there should be 30 seconds post the finish of the map for people to finish. And if that doesn't happen, then I give up. Then we'll never do anything ever again. This will be the last week of the last season of TiPi Cup. Rabbit driving pretty smoothly as if they know the ins and outs of the track, unsurprisingly. Why don't we skip over? Ooh, bad timing. Here. God, every person I look at crashes. What is happening? All right, pop on over to Evil One. Coming along, they're currently in 11th. Okay, I feel like I'm really cursing everybody. Rabbit takes first in a 111.4. A little bit behind is Ari with a 113. Duh coming in 3rd, and Ooten Gluten Guten in 4th, with Matt rounding out the top 5. As we discussed before, the way the points work is they start at 100 points and they scale down by 4 every single time. We're going to stay on Matt to start here. First. Okay. We're not going to stay on Matt if he keeps spamming the chug it big boy horn. The first turn is a little bit not yuck, but you do, if you have not played the map before, it is difficult. Not going to lie. Matt is currently sitting in 12th. It looks like Rabbit is sitting in 1st. Duh is right ahead of Matt. Matt is creeping up on him. Passes him there to overtake into, oh boy. God, Caster curse is real. Why don't we, oh my goodness. Every person I go to crashes. All right, let's look at Duh. Duh just finished lap 1. They're currently sitting in 10th. What's good about this, guys, is that you want to be able to finish every single round, because you're going to get a decent amount of points. We only have, I think, 15 or 16 people playing right now, which means the least amount of points you could get if you finish is, you know, in the 30s or 40s. We're coming up on the end. We got, ooh, Rabbit with a good time of a 110.1. Gluten in 2nd, Midge in 3rd, Ari and Duckvine rounding out the top 5. Pretty good round there. We got BR, Ziggy, and Dan rounding out the top 8. And here we go into the final round of the first map. Ladies and gentlemen, Jurassic Rabbit trying to get the clean sweep on their own map. We'll see if they can do it. Star Destroyer is sight reading the maps. That is the way it goes. If you are looking to play the maps ahead of time, or at least understand what maps are available to be picked, you can check out my club TP4, and there's a campaign called TiPi Cup Season 2 campaign, or campaign tracks. And those are the 25 tracks that could appear every single week. Since this is week 1, we had all 25 tracks available. But as we continue, next week these tracks will be removed from the pool, and the 5 that are picked will be from the remaining 20, and so on through week 5. Right now it looks like Gluten is holding the lead. And I pop over to them. Oh, we got Ari who's in 4th. Looks like Rabbit in 2nd, Duckvine in 3rd. Most people rocking the TP4 tag, chasing one person without the TP4 tag, kind of difficult. Kind of hurts to see the person in 1st not have it. But about 10 seconds left of this 3rd round of the first map. Rabbit just barely overtakes, and it ends up... Ooh! Gluten with a 109.9, Jurassic Rabbit 500th behind Duckvine, Ari, and Matt once again rounding out the top 5. Great time. Sub 110 is very, very impressive, especially in rounds. This map is, I believe, Ziggy's map, another community map. It is called Walla Balla Circuit. It is once again a multi-lap, just so you guys know. I'm almost positive it is 3 laps. As I said, here is the leaderboard after the first map. Rabbit, Gluten, Ari, Duckvine, and Matt rounding out the top 5. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1. We're going to follow Midge for this first round. Walla Balla Circuit by community member Ziggy. Ziggy actually has the most maps out of any mapper in this season of TiPi Cup. I think they have 4 separate maps. Some other people have 2 or 3, but Ziggy puts their maps into map requests more than anybody else. So they're the ones who get picked. And I think the ones that we have for this specific season of TiPi Cup are very good maps. This one is, of course, a multi-lap, about 20 seconds per lap. What are we thinking? Yep, coming through at about 20 seconds per lap. Looks like Gluten is in 1st, though, right now. I see Ari and Duckvine in 2nd, Ari in 3rd, Midge and Matt rounding out the top 5 at the moment. Seems to be a pretty consistent top 5. I'll be interested to see if that changes with a different style. So we got Gluten, Midge, Matt, Duck, and Star rounding out the top 5. There we go. Rabbit, Ziggy, and Jantok for the top 8. Round 2 upcoming. Let's see it. Good luck, everybody. We're going to follow Rizoa this round. Rizoa, who claims they have not played in a pretty long time, but they did decently on the first map. Let's see if they can string together something good here. Oh, okay. Little bit of an internet spike for me, I think. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that is a pretty long checkpoint. Oh, Ziggy. Yeah, that is a pretty long checkpoint, but that's okay. Ziggy is currently in 1st. Looks like it's slightly different top 5 from last time. Oh no. I have a feeling people are not liking this track as much as I thought they might. But there we go. There's our top 5. We get Ziggy, Rabbit, Duckvine, Matt, and Jantok rounding out our top 5. And then Dan, Star, and Gluten in the top 3. We're going to probably play another 15 or so rounds. But I hope your stream went well. Tell me what you were playing and how it went. But I really do appreciate the raid. I fear Finalist is going to give me a hard time. It could, Duck. You never know. What do we got here? I'm still on Rizoa. How about we watch Nick here? Nick just starting his 2nd lap. Oh boy. We've started this TiPi Cup with 2 multi-laps. I don't think the next maps are multi-laps. Went all right? Good. I'm glad. Enjoy your stream. Thank you. I appreciate it, my brother. Alrighty, a little bit of a botch here from Nick. We're gonna move onwards. Rabbit just finished in a 54.5, followed by Ziggy, Gluten, Jantok, and Matt. Very good time. That is the second map, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, sorry to take away from the video, but did you know that a large percentage of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to the channel? I know. Pepper can't believe it either. But it really helps me out a lot. So if you do like the content, please consider subscribing. Okay, back to the video. Say bye, Pepper. Our next map is High Noon Highway. This one is by Robin LTW. After round 2, we're currently sitting at 572 points for our leader, Rabbit. Gluten sitting in second at 548. Duckvine at 500. Ziggy, Matt, Lil Midge, all in the 400s. So here we go, round 1, High Noon Highway. We're gonna stay on Duckvine, see how they handle this map. So you go up on the magnet, take the turn to the left. You're gonna go through a pretty long loop here, and then we hit that magnet like we were talking about before. Pop on down, uh-oh. Ooh, Duckvine narrowly avoids disaster. I think the key is going down early like they did here. And then it is a pretty difficult, risky finish. Gluten takes first, Rizoa takes second, Matt third, Drew fourth, and Nick fifth. Duckvine had an incredible run going, but then unfortunately overjumped the finish. Lesson learned for the risky finish. Good job, guys. Here we go, round number 2. We're gonna watch Duh on this round and see how they handle this. A lot of the maps that we play in TiPi Cup are difficult if you have never played them before. Obviously, you get 90 seconds of warm-up time, but that's not always enough time to really learn the map, which is why I release the maps ahead of time. I'm gonna keep repeating it. You can always play these maps ahead of time. They don't need to be a surprise to you. Duh with a pretty good run going here. Oh, and they're gonna... Oh, no. Caster curse is real. Rabbit takes first, Gluten takes second, Duckvine in third, Ari and Nick rounding out the top 5, Ziggy, BR, and Drew rounding out the top 8. Final round of this map now, we're gonna watch Ari and see if we can not curse someone for once. So we're coming around onto the magnet. Here is really where the map gets more difficult. You gotta take this dirt early, get down there. Oh wow, okay. That was just a lag spike on my side. I thought Ari slid out, which was devastating. Ari just sneaking in there to take 5th. We had Rabbit, Gluten, Duckvine, and Ziggy taking the top 4. We watched Ari get 5th. Now we've got Matt, Nick, and Duh rounding out our top 8. We have 2 more tracks to round out the 5 maps for tonight. But this one is Winter Breeze by Slom. Slom also has about 3 maps inside of this season of TiPi Cup, so very exciting. Some very good ones. I really like this map personally. As I said, guys, Rabbit is currently in first. Gluten is only 8 points behind with 840. Duckvine in third with 760, and then Ziggy and Matt with 720 and 716 respectively. Round number 1, Winter Breeze by Slom. We're gonna follow Jantok this round. Jantok putting together a little good TiPi Cup for themselves as well. They're currently in 8th overall, and you never know, maybe this is their track that they're gonna start getting back really into the thick of it. If you guys don't know, Thick of It is a great song by streamer KI, YouTuber KSI, who is just incredible. It's a very good song, and it does not get stuck in your head at all. So in case you ever want to listen to something, I would look it up. Thick of It, KSI. Right now, it looks like Gluten is in the lead, followed by Rabbit, Duckvine, and Duh. We got the usual suspects in the front, but Jantok is having a pretty good round for themselves as well. being pushed up by Matt. And... ooh! They finish in 7th place. Gluten, Rabbit, Duckvine, Duh, and Ziggy take the top 5, though. All right, we got DJ O'Neill here, Drew, I believe. And if not, then I'm just putting my foot in my mouth. Unfortunately, as soon as I clicked onto them, they crashed, but we're going to stick with them because we have faith that they're going to pull through. Usual suspects up front still. Drew is right behind Rizzoa and Matt. Unfortunately, I'm going to click off now. Look at the race for the top 2 right now. We got Gluten and Rabbit going head-to-head. Rabbit with a slight lead at the moment, but it's really all going to come down to this final section. How do they enter here? Rabbit pretty smooth through there, and looks like they are going to take this round as well. They take it by just shy of half of a second. So Rabbit, Gluten, Duckvine, Duh, and Ziggy rounding out our top 5. Dan, Nick, and Matt rounding out the top 8. Alrighty, guys, let's do it. Final round here, and then we move on to our final map of the night, which I have no idea what it is. How about we stay on Gluten this time, one of our leaders, see how they approach this track. Much better than most likely you or I would approach the track. Ziggy expressing their discontent for the map. Thought they liked it, but all of a sudden did not. Once again, the top 2 are pretty much the same, going head-to-head. Gluten with a little bit of a lead at the moment, though. Rabbit pushing up. You know, sometimes the server lags and it looks like people crash. But thank goodness neither one of these people crashed. Rabbit, slight lead. It looked like Gluten had to release there just to make sure they got the turn. Rabbit gets the win again, followed by Gluten, Duh, Duck, and Ari. Ziggy, Matt, and Midge in the top 8. Here is our final map for the night. It was, I believe, a Cup of the Day. This was not made by a community member, but it is Violet Reaper, a bobsleigh map. The leaderboard is as follows. Rabbit with 1,144 points, Gluten with 1,132, and Duckvine with 1,032 with our top 3. Then we got Ziggy and Matt with our top 5. As a reminder, the point limit that you are going for is 1,492. So what's very possible is that Rabbit and Gluten are going to hit finalist mode at the same time. Once you are in finalist mode, you need to just win one single round, and that solidifies your place as the winner. So here we go. We're going to stay on Dan for this one. See if Dan is a bobsleigh player. God, just seeing the TP4 club tag. I said it before, but it just looks so nice seeing a group of me just attacking a map. Uh-oh. Not good. Switching on over to Midge. Looks like they're sitting in about 6th or 7th place right now. Uh-oh, Ziggy taking a very high angle. I don't think that's the angle you actually want to take on this map, but maybe they know a secret path. Midge. Oh, Midge! Scooting over to Rizzoa. Who do we got? Gluten finishes 1st, Duckvine 2nd, Jantok 3rd, Rabbit and Ari in the top 5, Evil One, Rizzoa, and Star 6, 7, 8. We're gonna pop onto Nick this time. See how Nick handles the bobsleigh map that they forget. I gotta stop watching people. Scoot over to our Washington State brethren, BR, and see how they are hanging on right now. They're currently sitting in about 7th place. And, you know, Caster Curse might really be a real thing. The little slide out caused a loss of speed, so they're hemorrhaging speed compared to some people right now. Oh, and they hit a wall. Oh no. Oh no. Evil One, let's get a finish. Gluten, Rabbit, Midge, Star, and Ari rounding out the top 5. Gluten with a 41.19, absolutely flying. Jumping to our final round here. Let's see what happens. We're gonna jump onto Duckvine, see what they can do. Duckvine currently sitting in 3rd place, kind of far from 1st and 2nd, and kind of a gap from 4th place. Matt Sats, who was in 4th place, his game crashed, which is unfortunate. Slom, how you doing, my brother? We actually just played your map. We just played Winter Breeze. And we might make our way back around to it, honestly, because we do need to get 5 finalists. Matt, joining the game back again. Hopefully we can get back in for the next round. Gluten going to take 1st place again in a 41-3. Duckvine, Rabbit, Midge, and Ari rounding out the top 5. After the first 5 maps, guys, we're sitting with Gluten at 1432, Rabbit at 1420, Duckvine at 1300, Ari 1132, and Ziggy rounding out the top 5 at 1108. So here we go. Definite chance for a couple people to hit finalist here. Let's pop onto Jurassic Rabbit, their map, and see how they attack the map here. It is unfortunate to have to go against the mapper on this one, but you never know. Gluten could get the update, or upset, not update. Both Rabbit and Gluten are about 60 points away from finalists, so as I said, it is likely that they both get it here. Rabbit on pace to, or on track to get the win. Obviously, they're pretty good. Go over to Gluten, sitting in 7th place. Can definitely still hit finalist as well. And really just use this time to try and learn the track. But it is difficult. Sama would be pretty impressive if you joined and just won every single map. There's Rabbit taking 1st. For those 100 points. Ziggy in 2nd, Duckvine, Midge, and Gluten in our top 5. So after round 1 there, Gluten and Rabbit are now finalists, so if either one of them wins this map, they take 1st place. Good luck, gentlemen. That was tough for Gluten, hitting an early wall. See if we can pop on over to Rabbit. As we said, this is Rabbit's map, so it would likely take a pretty massive mess up to lose this, but you never know. We can see what happens. Will they go for a really fast time, or are they just going to try and get 1st? That's the question. Currently, they're ahead by almost a full second. It is looking pretty good for Rabbit. As we said, this is not the easiest track to win on the fly, so I can understand why Gluten was a little bit upset. But it looks like Rabbit is going to take 1st place in week 1 of TiPi Cup. Congratulations. Duckvine taking 2nd there. Gluten 3rd. Dan 4th. And Midge 5th. As a reminder, there are 5 placements each week, so we still need 4 more winners this week. Right now, Gluten is still the only finalist. Duckvine will very, very, very likely hit it next round, though. So let's see if we can follow Gluten here and see if they can lock up 2nd place. Tough start. Congrats, Rabbit. Finally a win. There you go. Gluten in 7th after a tough start, but you never know what can happen, especially with this community. You never know what can happen. Gluten up to 5th. Duh, Ziggy, Star, and Matt are currently ahead of them. And now they're already into 3rd. Duh and Ziggy holding on, trying to deny Gluten. Oh, and Gluten just barely gets the wall hit, and that might spell doom for this round. So let's see. Popping over to Ziggy, who is currently sitting in first. Can they close out at least a win? That turn is tough, Gluten, I know, brother. Ziggy holding first. They do have about a 1.5-second lead, so it looks pretty good. Just need to not mess up the final turn, and that is a round win for Ziggy with a 112.1. Congratulations, Ziggy. Congrats on your 100 points. And we get Matt, Duckvine, Midge, and Duh for our top 5. As of right now, Duckvine is going to become our second finalist that's currently still active, and then there's a gap. So either Gluten or Duckvine can win this round. We are moving back to Ziggy's map of Walla Balla Circuit. This could be a good opportunity for Ziggy to deny and potentially snipe second place. Here we go. Duckvine and Gluten, both finalists with a chance to secure second place. Good luck. Not sure if they started late there or what just happened, but as we said, this is Ziggy's map, so Ziggy has a pretty good chance to deny, and unfortunately, Duckvine did not have the speed. So let's see, is anyone not crashing right now? Let's watch Matt for the rest of this. It doesn't look like Gluten is up front at the moment, so it does not look like we're going to have a winner or a second place winner on this round just yet. Looks like Matt's sitting in first now going into the final lap with Ziggy hitting the checkpoint. Maybe Matt can clutch out a first place. Got about a second lead at the moment. And there we go. Matt gets 100 points for first. Dan, Ari, Ziggy, and Drew rounding out the top 5. Pretty good. Does that put anyone into finalist mode? Not just yet. Here is Gluten. Let's see. Let's see if they can do it. Tough map, guys. It is a tough map. It's a tough map, and you have to do it 3 times, which is the tough part. But honestly, at this point, it looks like first place is just whoever doesn't crash. Gluten with a 0.1 lead after the first lap. 2 more laps to go. Looking pretty decent. Got about half a second of a lead. Barely scraping over the top there. Great turn there. They've got a 0.3 lead over Ziggy. Will they be able to clutch out? They currently have 0.6. All they need to do is really not crash at this point. That was close. And congratulations, Gluten, on second place in TiPi Cup Week 1. Good round. Duckvine coming in second there. Difficult, but good omen for the next round. Maybe Duckvine clutches and gets third here. Congrats, Gluten. Congrats on second. And now we have 4 finalists. Duckvine, Matt, Ari, and Ziggy. And any one of those could clutch up third place here. We'll watch Ziggy because it is their map. Looks like Duck with a small lead at the moment. We are really neck and neck after that first lap. Ziggy pulling ahead just slightly. Looks like Nick and Evil One kind of rounding out the back. Ooh. Ziggy kind of looked like they clipped slightly though, but they still have a slight lead over Midge. Couple more turns to go. One final jump down here. And oh, Midge snipes Ziggy at the last second. Midge with an insane final turn to snipe by just about 0.02 of a second. denying Ziggy and keeping third place open for a bevy of people. And this means 6-way finalist going into our next map. So now we head into High Noon Highway. I'm excited to see what happens. Who can clutch out? Will you go for the risky finish to win, or will you assume that everyone is going to overshoot the risky finish? As I said, I'm going to watch Midge here, one of our finalists, and see if they can clutch. Good luck. As you saw, this is really only about a 30-second map, full speed, and a lot is going to happen. We've got Duckvine, Midge up front as well. Who is going to clutch? Will we have a denial, or will someone clutch the podium? Looks like Duh's out front right now. Someone went flying off the edge. Ari takes first place, which means they do get third. Duh and Duckvine barely got eked out, all less than 1/10 of a second away. Congratulations, Ari, on third place on the bronze in week 1 of TiPi Cup Season 2. So we're going to have 5 people vying for 4th place here. We've got Duh, Duck, Midge, Ziggy, and Matt, I believe. Congratulations, Ari. Let's go on to Duh. We really haven't watched Duh too much. Very close last round. It really looked like they were going to win last round, but Ari barely got the snipe, probably because of all that practice during the warm-up. Duckvine with a little bit of a lead. Dan right behind. Duh in third, taking a tough angle, and that's not going to get it done. Oh, and Dan misses the finish. Oh. It looked like Dan had a chance, but Duckvine is going to take 4th place with a win on High Noon Highway. Congratulations on 4th place, Duck. Still just 4 finalists, Duh, Midge, Ziggy, and Matt. We haven't watched Matt just yet, so we're gonna go over and see what our good Bitcoin Matt is doing. Right now, looking pretty close. We've got Duh, Matt, and Ziggy all at the front. It's all gonna come down to this dirt slide. Looks like Duh hit. Now it's Ziggy and Matt. Uh-oh. Can Ziggy clutch? They just need to hit the ending. And Ziggy does clutch it out. Ziggy, followed by Matt, Rizzoa, Nick, and Dan. Ziggy's going to get 5th, followed our 5th winner. So congratulations to everyone there. Congratulations, Rabbit, Gluten, and Ari for our top 3. And then congratulations to Duckvine and Ziggy for the top 5. Thank you guys for playing TiPi Cup Season 2, Week 1. We will be back next Monday/Tuesday, I'm not sure which, for Week 2. If you're interested in playing, join Club TP4, check out the Discord, and I'm excited to see you guys there. 07s.